Today's video is about why most artists fail at anatomy. If your anatomy looks wrong, it has a lot less to do with your anatomy and a lot more to do with your understanding of anatomy and how to bring it all together to create a body. And what I've seen, there are a few major things that artists skip when it comes to drawing bodies. When you miss these things, it makes it a lot more difficult to actually bring a body into form because you're missing these key elements. One of the first key elements that we're going to be talking about is gesture. Now, gesture drawing, you hear a lot of people say, well, I can only draw stick figures. Little do they know that if you can draw a stick figure, if you can draw a little stick figure guy, then you're in the clear to draw some really cool stuff. And I'll show you exactly what I mean here. All right, so when we talk about gesture drawing is just capturing the movement of a pose, whether that person is standing still or it's a dynamic pose. Gesture drawing captures the motion and the fluidity of a pose. So here we have our hero looking out over a balcony, sure. And you can see we've used very basic line work here because all we want to do is map out how our hero is posed. How is this pose set up? What is the fluidity behind this pose? How is it structured? So without a basic understanding of this, you can know all the muscles of the body and still be lost, still be confused about where to take it from there. So the next thing, we have gesture. Number one, gesture, right? Now number two, we're going to talk about construction or figure drawing. Construction, the figure of the pose. So now that we have this, how do we break this down in a way where we can see the body and how the body is made up, right? Because right now we just have an advanced stick figure. One of the main things I like to tell my students is the body is made up of three main shapes. We have boxes or cubes, however you'd like to call them. So that's one. We have cylinders, right? That's two. And then we have spheres or circles. That's three. And if you understand that the body is made up of these three different components here, you'll be able to put a body together with no problem at all. And let me just show you how the body is made up of these shapes here. So we have our advanced our advanced stick figure, or in other words, our gesture drawing. What we can do is I use circles for the joints. All right, so where are these joints at? We have our shoulder joint, our elbow joint, and our knee joints. Okay. I use cylinders for the limbs, for those major muscle groups. So if we're talking about the biceps, the triceps, the forearms, right? The legs. And you can see how our body is starting to come together here, just off of these simple shapes that we've added. And I should have said this first, so I did number these. So let me do them in order here. Number 1 is boxes. So the torso and the pelvis are essentially 2 boxes connected. And once you see this, it makes drawing torso so much easier. But we will talk about that in a later lesson. Right now I want to show you how this all comes together. Okay. So the torso would be this top box here. This signifies our rib cage, right? And this bottom box here signifies our pelvis. So this is where our legs connect into. This is where our abdomen connects into our pelvis. That's what this box stands for. And if you really look, you can see that the head can be a box as well. So now we have the 3 major masses of the body: the head, the torso, and the pelvis. But we're just focusing on the torso right now. So let's add our torso in. All right, so we have our box, our first box, and that signifies our rib cage. And then we have our second box, and that is for our pelvis. And we can just connect that together right here. All right, and then we'll add our other cylinder for our legs here, and one more for the shin and the calf. And we can just do like a triangle for the feet. And let's just add another arm right over here. So boom, we have simplified the body just by using our stick figure or our advanced gesture drawing, our advanced stick figure, excuse me, which is a gesture drawing, and our construction, which is taking these 3 very important shapes here and putting them together to create form. So let's draw a box for the head, right? And got the neck here. And now we have our hero overlooking, you know, the city or whatever he is protecting at this point in time. And let's just say it's the city, right? Because most heroes protect cities. Some heroes protect towns, I suppose, but let's just say our hero is protecting the city. So we have a little city backdrop behind us. Cool. So we have our gesture, we have our construction, and the last thing that we would need would be anatomy, right? Because nobody knows who Boxman is, right? Not sure about that superhero. Haven't heard of him. Maybe you guys have, but I haven't. Anatomy. Let me make sure I spelled that right. Okay. So number 3 is anatomy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Faber-Castell eraser and I'm just going to lightly erase these shapes that we've put together to create our figure and our construction. And I'm going to lightly erase this, and then we're going to add anatomy over the top of it. Alright, have him standing on top of some kind of fixture here. And we'll just bring this out that way. All right. And just like that, we have created a hero in a heroic pose using gesture lines and figure drawing, or the construction. You know, with these three basic shapes, you can put together any kind of pose you would like and come out with your own characters or a full-blown person. And now that you have this, now that you understand the foundation, you can build any kind of body you'd like.